Hey friends, it's Jackeline here. In today's video, I'm going to be revealing my own mini Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to see how I curated my mini own Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, then just keep on watching. Alrighty my friends, today is another episode of creating my own eyeshadow palette from an X brand. And what's that X brand? It is Natasha Denona, and I'm going to be creating a mini eyeshadow palette, which is not this one. This is the mini nude palette. Don't laugh at it. Okay, it's going to be another one. You're going to be like, wait a minute, Jacqueline, about a week ago you just created your mini bronze palette, so what's up with this? Well, that's a great video. If you haven't watched it, you should go ahead and watch it. But that specific palette was curated and inspired by the latest Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, which is the bronze palette. On this case, it's going to be a little bit different. It's kind of like the other episodes that I have done, where I just take all my Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette collection, I just go ahead, open it up, show it to you, and we're going to start kind of like a swatch party. And then I'm going to come back and talk about my inspiration behind it, why I curated a certain way, why I picked the colors. But what it makes even more exciting this video is that I'm collaborating with Samantha March. Oh my goodness, pinch me please, pinch me please. I'm so super excited and so grateful with Samantha for accepting this collaboration. As soon as I thought, when I started this series, I was super excited. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start it here, and then I thought immediately, what about if I go ahead and ask other creators that I think they have, so much potential to create something that they are, truly, they just love makeup in general. And then when I was thinking about creating a mini Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, who else but Samantha March, who loves mini products, mini cosmetics. That's what she loves. Anytime that you go to watch her channel and she talks about, like whatever it is, she always refers, I love minis, mini blushes, mini bronzers, mini eyeshadow palettes. That's her thing. And I said, this will be great. She's creative and she likes minis, so that's a perfect combo right here. And I'm so grateful with Samantha because I know she's extremely busy. We have been in communication since March, I think, and it has been, just kind of like a waiting time, but I'm just so happy that the day arrived and that we can have this collaboration together. If you don't know who is Samantha March, I'm sure you know. I'm sure 100% of the people who is watching this video, you know who is Samantha March. But if you haven't, well, let me ask you, where have you been living at? Under a rock, on top of a mountain? That would be nice. Or on top of a cloud? Well, I don't know. Yeah, you have to check her out. She has amazing and excellent content. She's actually a very creative person. She's the one who created the Will I Buy It videos. I also do them here on my channel because of her. I'm so grateful to her for that. She has such a kind heart too, that she even did a community playlist for creators like me and others to add our Will I Buy It videos in there. Just that alone talks so highly about Samantha, and her work ethic is impeccable. That girl, she is, to begin with, a published author. She has a podcast. She has a blog. And then she managed her social media like none other. She has her TikTok going, and then her Instagram, and she is continuously posting. And I have seen her, I have been following her, I think, for about 2 years, and I have seen her being sick, and yet not making any excuse. She has promised to upload certain dates of the week. She will go ahead and record. She will excuse herself, but she will post. She's there all the time, and that to me is just an example that, okay, girls, I'm here, and boys, if you're here and you're a boy, I'm sorry, but everybody, okay? I'm in my 4th floor, and she must be on her late 20s perhaps, or beginning 30s. Sorry, Samantha, I don't know exactly your age, but to show the responsibility that she shows, it really sets an example here. And I mean, in every aspect in life, and to actually succeed in life. And that's the same reason why Samantha March has won an award, but more than that, why she has gained so many subscribers, because she's there, she's responsible, she shows her interest, she shows her passion. But what I think that is priceless is the example that Samantha is showing here in the beauty community, as well as everybody of a younger age. You know, if you're in your 20s and you're just starting, that commitment, that focus on to, okay, this is my goal and I'm going to achieve it, but I'm going to be, you know, persistent, and I'm not going to give up regardless of whatever it is. Samantha is a great example of that, and that's what it makes me so proud to be collaborating with her. I mean, thank you so much, Samantha. And if you're here from Samantha's channel, I want to welcome you to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, for being here, and I hope that you will want to stay right here and become part of the family. And to all my subscribers, thank you so much for making time of your day to give me all the support and the love that you always give me. I mean, like, I'm so appreciative of that. And to you, if you haven't checked again Samantha's channel, she's about like this a pinch to hit 100k. Go there, subscribe to her channel. You will not regret it. You will find yourself hooked with her channel. And also share. That's so important. Share in social media, in your Instagram, Facebook, whatever you have. Share her channel. Let's help her to get to that 100k. Okay, my friends, so going back to what is this all about, like I said, I'm just gonna lay out all my eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna take the camera down, you're gonna see me open them all up and then swatching them, and we're gonna create a mini eyeshadow palette. So let's get started. Alrighty, friends, so I have all my Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes right here. Really quick, how you take out your shadows from a palette like this. For the ones that they have a hard case, such as Safari palette, Tropics palette, Sunrise right here, Viva, and the Love palette, they do have little holes in the back. You're just gonna need a toothpick, and you're just gonna put the toothpick inside, or something very like, you know, like a little pick. You wanna make sure you hold the shadow from the other side, and then you're gonna take the shadow out. And then the way that I kind of like keep track from which palette comes which shadow, I just write it down with a Sharpie. Now, for these type of palettes, the ones that they look kind of like leather, foamy type of, you know, case, you're gonna need a magnet. Now, you're gonna need kind of like a large magnet, something like these. I have here 2 of them. I usually get them on Amazon. If I remember, I will try to put them on the description box below, but what you want to do is make sure you put it on a piece of like paper, napkin, paper towel, whatever it is. And then you're going to go ahead and hold the shadow with your finger, and then you're going to place the magnet on the top, and slowly and gently you're going to get it out. And that's that, you see, and then you don't damage the shadow. And you can just have it back, and again on the back is metal, so you can write the name of it with a Sharpie. Now, these larger 5-pound palettes, you can also poke out the shades on these ones, but on the actual mini ones you cannot. I know why she did that. I don't know. It would be really nice, because now that we have these type of, I mean, I know these are not the same size, but I mean, it would have been nice. But anyhow, these ones right here, no magnet. I mean, nothing will really take out any of these shadows. I mean, the palette is magnetic because of the metal, you know, but not the shadows. The shadows will not come off. So do not force them. Okay, let's start with this swatch party, and let's see with what I come out with. Okay, friends, thanks to Photoshop, here it is, my mini Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. Oh, this is so much fun. Yes, I said Photoshop because some of the eyeshadows that I selected comes from palettes that obviously the pans are bigger, but on this case, on this format of the mini palettes from Natasha, there's no way to take the eyeshadows out. I mean, to depot, I mean, there's a way to depot them, but it will just destroy the entire palette. It's not like some of her palettes that you can poke on the back. There's a little hole and you can take this out, or use a magnet. So anyhow, here it is. I'm gonna show you swatches right now and talk about the color story. Honestly, there's two color stories that really pull me in. One, it is the purple ones, and then another one is the pink mauve tones. And I think although we have seen a little bit of kind of like dusty tones on this mini retro palette, I feel that I love this palette. I like this palette a lot. I feel like I still need something that is kind of on that middle road, that it's just a little bit me. So there's not really a quote-unquote inspiration of something. The inspiration is just Jackeline, like looking to myself in the mirror and be like, that's what I like to use. So, okay friends, you want to see where I got each of these shades? Let's go into swatches. So I'm going to get you a little bit closer here. I'm talking about the mini retro palette. I actually decided to pick this shade right here, which is called Galaxia. And I think this is just, I like it. I think I repeat it time and time again. For most of my palettes, because, listen, for example, we already have a mini nude palette. We already have like the mini glam palette. So we're already covered in the sense of neutral tones, nude tones, cooler tones. I mean, we have variety right there. But when I create my palettes, I love to have what I call a transformer shade, a celestial shade, a shade that will just kind of like change your eyeshadow look in a different direction, in a different way, that it give that mesmerizing effect. And I think this is the shade that will do it for me, that it has that pink undertone to it. I mean, it is just so gorgeous. You see right there, the reflection is just stunning. It actually makes your eyelids look wet. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use it on my eyelids today, but that's why I said this is a transformer. If I want to do something like very simple, one color, or maybe I'm working with two shades and then I want a little pop, take my palette from day to night, for a daytime look. And then if I have it on my purse and I'm like, okay, I need to look a little bit like, just set up a little bit because I'm going out with, I don't know who. I'm married, by the way. I will then choose a transformer shade. Okay, moving on to the next shade right here, and it comes from the Lila palette. So sorry, I have like mountains of palettes right here. Should have put them closer, but there's nowhere to put them. So it comes again from the Lila palette, and that is this shade. It's called Magentic. And this over here is more like a satin shade. It's not a hot pink. It has that magenta, beautiful undertone to it. And it brings that pink shade, but in a very subtle, sophisticated way, under my point of view. Okay, so let's go with the other one, that it comes from that Safari palette. And it's a shade that I honestly am in love with. It's this shade right here called Desert Date. Yeah, it's like a little mango. Do you know I'm Peruvian? Maybe you don't know. I'm Peruvian. I love mangoes. Summertime mangoes, they are my thing. But yes, this is a mango shade. It has that perfect in between of like an orange undertone and a yellow undertone, warm enough that it can balance any other cool tone. So here we go. What is the next shade? I'm talking about cool tones. Then I'm jumping to the mini glam palette. I like to mix cool tones with warm tones a lot. I think it's so much fun. It gives a lot of depth and variety to your eye look. I just love it. And therefore, I decided to choose this shade right here, which is called Seed. It's this, again, cool tone brown shade. This is a matte. Oh, this is so good. This one, I can use it as an eyeliner. I can use it to deepen it out the crease. I mean, there's so many ways to use it. Let's just give it a good swatch right here. Here you go. That's it. So good. Do you see right there? Like, you can mix your warm, your cool tones and still have it just gives dimension. Okay, and let's go now into the very last shade, and that comes from the Mini Star palette. And I'm gonna go to this metallic shade in the middle called Bellatrix. Now, what I love about this shade right here, it is that perhaps you're not able to see it in camera, but as I turn it this way, there's a hint of rose gold in it that it just brings everything together. It's just such a good shade. It does have some bronze, but at the same time it has a beautiful pink flip to it. So there you go. Those are the 5 shades that I select for this mini Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. I'm just in love. I mean, if you see it from here, it's even like a cooler tone, kind of like metallic rose gold pink. It's just stunning. It's just so beautiful. Okay, friends, so now I'm gonna bring you closer and create an eyeshadow look with my palette. Right now on my eyelids, I only have concealer and that's it. So I'm gonna go directly with this shade Desert Date from Safari palette. And I'm using a BK Beauty number 202 brush. And I'm gonna take this shade and apply it above the crease. Sonia G Builder Pro and the shade Magentic from Lila palette. And I'm gonna apply it on my mobile lid. I'm taking it slightly above the crease because I do have hooded eyes. So that way when I close my eyes, it will show. Then I'm gonna go back to Desert Haze from Safari and I'm just gonna build it up a little more. And I'm also going to take it on the outer part. From the Mini Glam palette, the shade Seed with Refer 13 brush, and slightly deepen it out my outer V. With my finger, I'm just gonna dab into the shade Galaxia from Mini Retro. And I'm just gonna tap it a little bit on the middle of that magenta shade. BK Beauty 204 brush and the shade Desert Date from Safari. And I'm taking this shade on my lower lash line. Sonia G Flat Definer and Magentic from Lila. And I'm taking that shade very close to the lash line. Sonia G Flat Definer and the shade Seed from Mini Glam. In this shade, I'm just going to apply it on my upper lash line and just going to create a mini wing. That same shade, I'm going to apply it on my lower lash line, just on the outer third, and just going to connect it with that wing. Sigma Ethery brush and the shade Bellatrix from Mini Star. And this shade, I'm going to take it for my inner corner and on my brow bone. Completely done with my eye look, and now I feel like I need a little bit of something on the face. And I already have a cream bronzer, but I wanna actually give it a little bit of a sheen with the Ofra Cosmetics and Samantha March Duo Bronzer in River. This is beautiful. I mean, I did a full-on review on Samantha March collection, and this is definitely one of the best bronzers out there. It's just so lovely. It does have a little bit of a sheen. I mean, I'm sure you have tried it. Just need a little bit here. And then, by the way, I'm using my BK Beauty 103 brush. And then I'm gonna go for blush. And yes, you guessed it right. I'm gonna be using the blush duo Chick Lit. Just gonna mix it in, top it off. And this is just perfect for this look because it does have a little bit of that pink tone. Well, and if you don't know, guess what I'm going to be using as a highlighter? None other than March Beauty Word. Yes, it's Word, not World. I mean, Ofra, no joking. No jokes. This is just so good. This is such a great highlighter. I love the combination that Samantha did right here. I mean, amazing. I cannot wait for another collaboration from Samantha. What could that be? I'm sure it will happen. And obviously we're missing the lips, so story time and Millie has to be. Now I do have very pigmented lips, and this shade right here, it is honestly my lips but better, like way better. And then this lip gloss, listen, this is also a transformer lip gloss. Already friends, completely done with my makeup, and I cannot wait to go and check out Samantha's video and see what she has curated for us. I'm sure it's gonna be something amazing that is gonna just look beautiful with her gorgeous green eyes. Again, I can just not wait to see it, and I would love for you to comment down below if you like this eyeshadow palette, what would have changed about it. And I truly hope that this really serves you as a motivation to go ahead and just give again some love to your eyeshadow collection. It doesn't have to be just from Natasha Denona, it can be from any brand. I have several videos right here, several episodes creating a Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette, creating a Natasha Denona palette, one of the big ones, VCR, ColourPop, Anastasia Beverly Hills, Charlotte Tilbury. Again, it's just to give that love to our existing collection, because we cannot just keep buying and buying and buying. What you see behind here, and you know, here on YouTube, you just see people that like me, that we just review makeup, and that's why we have such a huge collection. But you don't have to have, you know, that big collection if you don't want to. And I think this is a lot of fun. So again, I just hope that this serves you of inspiration. And if you end up doing something like this, please hashtag me in your post on Instagram, hey it's Jackeline, and also hashtag Samantha. I mean, definitely we would love to see your own curation. And while you're leaving that comment down below, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I have great content right here, and please go and give that love and support that Samantha deserves. Go check out her channel. Her link to her video and her channel again will be on the description box below, as well as all the makeup that I'm using today. Thank you so much again for watching. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with family and friends. Come and follow me on my Instagram. Let's grow our family there as well. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.